Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. So it's a Friday and it's been a while since I did something on books again. I hopefully will make it a Friday thing. So this is Somako. I personally am much better than I've been. I feel well physically. Emotionally I'm getting there from being sick and all. But I'm well. I'm really thankful to be alive, there's just so much to be thankful for. And I better get into this. So, um, maybe a week or so ago, I went to Living Word, which is a, a ministry that does different things. Anyway, I'll put I'll put their link in down in the thumbnails or something. But they have such wonderful books. So I went looking for books for myself, but I stumbled on some really cool children's books. The book that actually caught my eye is this one. So I don't know if you can see the title. So it's French, but there was one that was in English that I already gave away. But so the title says Jésus est la force au lion, which is really like Jesus and the Den of Lions, which was very catchy for me because when you think of the Den of Lions as Christians, you always think of the story of Daniel, which it really is about. And well, the bottom reads Tout ce que Daniel nous apprend sur Jésus, la vraie histoire. So all that Daniel teaches us about Jesus, the true story, really, I like that too. So growing up, how we learned Bible stories, especially those of the Old Testament, there was just a guy. It's David and Goliath. David is the hero. It's Daniel, and Daniel versus the bad guys of Babylon, and Daniel is the hero of the story. But the older I've grown and the more I've seen the Bible as one book with one complete thread, a book about Jesus, the more I see Jesus in these stories. So the thing that I liked about this book that is pretty cool is it shows us Jesus in the Daniel story. So I wish I'd gotten one in English, but there was none. So I'm going to attempt to read it to you in French. Jesus and the Lion's Den. So, Jésus est la force au lion. So, I hope the kids will enjoy it anyway, at the very least. So, we'll do some French and maybe they will learn some. So, let me attempt to read this in French. Okay. So, it's Jésus est la force au lion, written by Alison Mitchell and illustrated by Catalina Echevry. Her name is hard to pronounce, but yeah. So Alison Mitchell, written by her and illustrated by Catalina. So I guess it was written first in English and then translated to other languages. What would really be cool is if we could translate this to like Luganda and Runyankore. Okay, now let me start. Quite a number of pages. Let's see how far we can go. Sais-tu que la plus ancienne histoire de la Bible saute un peu comme désigné? Si tu fais bien attention, tu peux y repérer des allusions à Jésus. Tu peux voir que allusion chaque fois que quelqu'un dans l'histoire ressemble un peu à Jésus. Dans cette histoire, il y a beaucoup de lions. Mais vois-tu son lion très spécial sur la page à côté? So they're showing us the lion on this page. I don't know if you can see the face of the lion. They're showing a man. So, chaque fois que tu le verras, cela voudra dire quelque d'une allusion à Jésus dans le cri. So it's talking about every time we see a lion, there's an allusion, or should we say a portrait of Jesus? That's the closest, that's a language we normally use in English. So les frères racontent la passionnante histoire de Daniel. This book is really about the passionate story of Daniel. Ce qui la rend encore plus intéressante, c'est que pour justement y trouver des allusions à Jésus. Et puis, à commencer l'histoire, c'est parti. So they're really just telling us that a lot of stories in the Bible have like portraits of Jesus, and Daniel is one of those. And so that's what this book is really pretty much about. That when we see a picture of a lion, there's like a portrait of Jesus. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to read through all of it, but let me just get out some things that really stuck out from that I thought were really cool. I remember we were talking about Daniel and lions. So, okay, maybe I should just read from the beginning. Okay, so this reads, est-ce que tu as des petites habitudes? Tu aimes peut-être chanter dans le bain ou tourner de pouce? Talk about the little habits that we have. Maybe it's singing in the bathroom, like you see these little kids singing there. Et peut-être tu préfères mettre tes doigts dans le nez or putting your fingers in the nose. Oh, that looks a bit disgusting. And then, so talking about Daniel here. So voici l'histoire de Daniel qui avait lui aussi une habitude. Also, Daniel had a habit. C'est une très bonne habitude. It was a very good habit. Mais elle lui a causé de gros ennuis. So this really cool habit, good habit, got him some problems. So let me read. Daniel connaissait Dieu, le seul vrai roi qui règne sur toutes choses et sur tout le monde. Daniel aimait beaucoup Dieu. 3 fois par jour, il s'agenouillait devant sa fenêtre pour prier. So, talk about Daniel knowing God, the only true king who reigns over everything and over all the world. He loved God very much. 3 times a day, he knelt in front of his window to pray. And they define what prayer is. Prier, c'est parler à Dieu. Nous pouvons lui parler n'importe où, n'importe quand, ou de n'importe quoi. Which is, to pray is to speak to God, which is really, really true. We can speak to God no matter where, no matter when, no matter what, or no matter about what. Oh my gosh, direct translation is bad. But it's pretty much to say that prayer is talking to God, and we can talk to God anytime, anywhere, about anything. So as we can see, Daniel, right? We'll see what Persia must have looked like. You see that Persian way of building the windows. It's pretty cool. So yeah, ça c'est une très bonne habitude. So it was a very good habit. Mais comment une si bonne habitude pourrait-elle causer de grands ennuis? But how could such a good habit bring about such big problems? So Daniel travaillait pour Darius, le très puissant roi de Babylone. Daniel faisait tellement bien son travail qu'il le roi voulait que ce soit... Daniel faisait tellement bien son travail que le roi voulait que ce soit lui qui dirige tout le royaume. It's saying pretty much that Daniel did he worked for Darius, who was a king at the time in Babylon, and he was the almighty king of Babylon, all powerful. Daniel did his work really well, and that's why the king wanted him to pretty much be in charge of the kingdom. Mais les autres serviteurs du roi Darius n'aiment pas Daniel, et ils n'aiment pas non plus le Dieu de Daniel. But the other servants of King Darius didn't like Daniel, and neither did they like the God of Daniel. Ils ont donc décidé de faire quelque chose pour que le roi soit en colère contre Daniel. They then decided to do something that would pretty much pit the king or make him angry against Daniel. And this happens in our world today, really. So, ils avaient juste un problème. They had just one problem. Daniel n'avait rien fait de mal. Rien du tout. Rien du tout. They had one problem. Daniel had not done anything bad. Nothing at all. C'est alors qu'ils ont eu une idée. Then they had an idea. Et s'ils se servaient de l'habitude de Daniel pour lui attirer des ennuis. So they wondered if this habit of Daniel could bring him some problems. Les ennemis de Daniel ont poussé le roi Daniel à créer une nouvelle loi. So the enemies of Daniel on possède le roi de Daniel. I mean, le roi Darius. So they made pretty much facilitated that Darius creates a new law. Cette loi disait qu'il était interdit de prier qui que ce soit d'autre que le roi pendant 30 jours. So the law pretty much said that it was forbidden to pray to any other apart from the king during or for 30 days. Et si quelqu'un ne respecte pas cette loi, il serait jeté dans une fosse remplie d'énormes lions, des lions affamés. So if a person didn't respect this law, they'll be thrown into a den full of huge lions, angry lions. So you can see the king putting the law into writing, the power of the word. So that's what these guys did. Oh no! Quelle a fait Daniel? Oh my god, what did Daniel do? S'il obéit au roi de Babylone, il sera en sécurité. If you obeyed the king of Babylon, he'd be safe. Mais s'il voulait obéir à Dieu, le seul vrai roi qui règne sur toutes choses et sur tout le monde, il devait continuer à prier. Et cela voulait dire que Daniel allait servir de nourriture au lion. So it's pretty much saying, so what would Daniel do? If he obeyed the king of Babylon, he would be safe. But he wanted to obey God, the only true king who reigns over everything and over all the world. He had to continue to pray. He had to keep on praying. And that would mean that Daniel was going to be food for the lions. Être en sécurité ou servir de nourriture au lion? To be safe or to be served as food to the lions? Qu'est-ce que Daniel allait choisir? So his friends are watching him. What's he gonna do? Obey God or be food to the lions? Les ennemis de Daniel se sont tout doucement approchés de sa maison et ont regardé par la fenêtre. Daniel était... So these enemies of Daniel pretty much came close, quietly to his house and looked at the window. Daniel was praying. En train de prier. As you can see, this guy continued to pray. Ils avaient attrapé l'épée jetée fonctionnait. He was trapped. I mean, they got him. That's what it's saying pretty much. They got him. Their trap worked. Ils se sont alors précipités pour te raconter au roi. So they pretty much organized themselves to go tell the king. Daniel allait bientôt servir de nourriture au lion. It's going to be very soon served as food to the lions. So, le roi Darius a cherché et cherché toute la journée un moyen de sauver Daniel, mais il n'y a rien trouvé. The king Darius searched and searched the whole day for a way to save Daniel, but he found nothing. Même le roi n'était pas capable de changer la loi. The king wasn't capable or wasn't able to change the law. Even the king couldn't change the law because the one who had made the law. As you can see, he's looking for what would be the word used? Like what would the lawyers say? I can't find the word. But pretty much to find like that one thing you've missed that could save Daniel. All that in vain. Alors, à la tombée de la nuit, les soldats du roi ont emmené Daniel vers la fosse remplie d'énormes lions, des lions affamés, et ils ont le jeté dedans. Well, at dusk, pretty much, the soldiers of the king grabbed Daniel, took him to the den full of lions, these huge lions, angry lions, and threw him in there. J'espère que ton Dieu pourra te sauver. Oh no, he's actually, I think he was really hopeful. He says, I hope, j'espère que ton Dieu pourra te sauver, a dit le roi. So he's pretty much hoping that the God, your God, would save you. I hope your God saves you, said the king. As you can see, that's the den. And the lions are roaring. Let's see, did God save Daniel? On a roulé une grosse pierre sur l'ouverture de la fosse. Et tout le monde est allé se coucher. So they rolled a big stone over the covering, over the den of lions, and everyone went to sleep. Mais le roi n'arrivait pas à dormir. But the king couldn't sleep. Toute la nuit, il s'est retourné et retourné dans son lit. All night, he tossed and turned in his bed. Au petit matin, il s'est précipité vers la fosse. And in the morning, they pretty much went to the den. Daniel, ton Dieu a-t-il réussi à te sauver de lion? A demandé le roi. Puis, il a écouté. So, Daniel, was your God successful in saving you from the lions? Asked the king. And then he heard. So I think if I see the king asking, early in the morning, dawn, running to find out if Daniel was still alive. So, une voix s'est élevée de la fosse. So we had a loud voice saying, oui, ô roi, je ne suis pas blessé. Dieu a envoyé son ange pour fermer la gueule de lion. Dieu m'a sauvé, car je n'avais pas rien fait de mal, rien du tout. So he had a voice a voice coming out from the den saying, yes, O king, I wasn't harmed. God sent an angel to shut the mouths of the lions. God saved me. For I had done nothing wrong. Nothing at all. On a tiré Daniel de la fosse et il n'avait pas le moindre égard. On a tiré Daniel de la fosse, il n'avait pas de la moindre égratignure. I think pretty much how they had thrown him in, it was a bit difficult to take him out. Daniel avait fait confiance à Dieu et Dieu l'avait sauvé. Daniel had confidence in God and God saved him. So you can see how Daniel was pulled out of the den. And here, I'm showing us that because Daniel put his trust in God, God actually saved him. So, then, puis, comme le roi Darius était un roi très important, il est écrit à tous les peuples de tous les pays du monde entier. Il a dit, we're going to hear what Darius said. Because Daniel, King Darius, was a king, a very important king. He wrote to all peoples in all countries all over the world. And this is what he said. I love this part. Le Dieu de Daniel est le Dieu vivant. Il est le seul vrai roi qui règne sur toutes choses et sur tout le monde maintenant et pour toujours. Il sauve son peuple. Pretty much, Darius was saying, the God of Daniel is the living God. He's the only true king who reigns over everything, over the whole world, now and always. He saves his people. So that's pretty much what went out to the entire world. So, oops, no, c'est pas, ce n'est pas tout du tout la fin, not yet the end. Il est à de rechercher les allusions à Jésus. Retourne en arrière et regarde à nouveau les images du livre. So, the saying is not at the end. We can go back and look at the pictures backwards to see the pictures in the book. Et regarde à nouveau les images. You have to see it. Look at the pictures again. Il y a beaucoup de lieux dans cette histoire. Mais as-tu réparé les lieux très spéciaux? Do we see that special land? Il apparaît chaque fois qu'il y a une allusion à Jésus dans l'histoire. On raconte ces allusions à Jésus chaque fois que Daniel ressemble un peu à Jésus. We find this portrait of Jesus every time Daniel looks like, a little like Jesus, le Fils de Dieu, the Son of God. As-tu trouvé les 4 lieux? Voici ce qu'ils signifient. So, portraits of Jesus. So we'll see the full, what they signify. I'm not going to go back just to save time, but we'll see it here. So the first one, les ennemis de Daniel voulaient se débarrasser de lui alors qu'ils ont essayé de lui causer de grosses ennuis. The enemies of Daniel wanted to embarrass him, so they tried to cause big problems for him. C'est aussi ce que les ennemis de Jésus lui ont fait. So, you see, they brought up charges against him pretty much. That's what they did for Daniel. That's what they did for Jesus. Same story. Accusations. False accusations. What they did for Daniel, they did for Jesus. Mais dans son travail, Daniel n'avait rien fait de mal. Rien du tout. Ses ennemis ont dû inventer une nouvelle loi pour lui causer des ennuis. Tout au long de sa vie, Jésus n'a rien fait de mal, rien du tout. Alors ses ennemis ont inventé des mensonges pour lui causer des ennuis. So, in his work, like we saw that King Darius admired about him, Daniel did nothing wrong. So these guys had to invent a new law to find fault with him, to cause him problems. Same thing in the life of Jesus, who never did anything wrong, nothing at all. His enemies also invented just lies about him to cause him problems. So, quand Daniel a entendu parler du projet de ses ennemis, il savait qu'il allait être arrêté et jeté au lion. Qu'a-t-il fait? Oui, c'est bien ça. Daniel a prié. When Daniel had the scheme of his enemies and he knew that he was going to be arrested and thrown to the den of lions, what did he do? Yes, that's it. Daniel prayed. I think you can see that it didn't stop him from praying. He had heard about the law and the plot, but he continued praying. Jésus savait qu'il allait être arrêté et tué sur la croix. Qu'a-t-il fait? Il a aussi prié. Jesus knew that he was going to be arrested and killed on the cross. What did Jesus do? He also prayed. I think we see the portraits of Jesus more and more clearly. Daniel est-il mort dans la fosse au lion? No. Did Daniel die in the den of lions? No. Les lions avaient très faim. The lions were very hungry. Et quand Daniel a été jeté dans la fosse, il n'avait pas une seule chance de s'en sortir. When Daniel was thrown in the den of lions, these very hungry lions, he didn't have a chance of getting out. Mais Dieu, le seul vrai roi, qui règne sur toutes choses et sur tout le monde, avait sorti Daniel de la fosse. But God, the only true king, who reigns over everything and over the world, he took Daniel out of the den of lions. Jésus est-il mort sur la croix? Did Jesus die on the cross? Oui. Really? Like, yes? Yes. Jésus était vraiment mort. Jesus really died, it's true. Mais ensuite, Dieu a retiré son fils de l'amour. But soon after, God brought his son from the dead. Et tu sais ce qui était extraordinaire dans tout ça? Do you know what's really extraordinary in all this? Dieu promet aussi de retirer de l'amour tous les amis de son fils, afin qu'ils vivent pour toujours avec lui. So do you know what's really cool? What's really extraordinary? God promises also to resurrect from the dead all the friends of his son so that they would live together with him always. Du peux-tu réellement faire cela? Will God really do that? Oui, il le peut. Can God really do that? Yes, he can do it. Il l'a déjà fait. He already did it. So, as you can see, the story of Daniel, let me read the last page. Un jour, tous les amis de Jésus vivront avec lui pour l'éternité. One day, all the friends of Jesus will live with him for eternity. En attendant, nous pouvons faire comme Daniel et parler au seul vrai roi qui règne sur toutes choses et sur tout le monde, et nous pouvons le faire chaque jour. One day, all the friends of Jesus will live with him for eternity. I so look forward to that. While we wait, we can do like Daniel and speak to the only true King who reigns over everything and over all the world. And we can do that every day. So from where do we find the story of Daniel and in the den of lions? So you can go to the book of Daniel, chapter 6. Okay, can start from there. So pretty much this book is so cool because not only does it tell the story of Daniel, a real true story, la vraie histoire, but it actually shows us the portrait of Jesus in Daniel. Like we said, everything was a foreshadowing. That's why it's the Old Testament. They were all forerunners to the real deal, who is Jesus. So let's do what this book advises as we wait to live with Jesus forever. Those of us who have believed him, the friends of Jesus, the brothers and sisters of Jesus, let's pray to the only true King, le seul vrai roi, anytime, any place, about anything. Because indeed, one day we'll live with him forever. I hope you're blessed. I will put the link of that place where I got these books. So this was in French, but they had a few in English as well, which I probably read. So there's this one, the 1 o'clock story, the 1 o'clock miracle. Some of you will guess what that is. That's the New Testament. And then this one, which I'm actually excited about reading, is about Genesis, God's very good idea. People at BSF, we are doing Genesis in BSF, so it's also pretty cool to run into. So I know this has been a bit longer than usual, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. Yeah. God bless. May we, like Daniel, go to God anytime, about anything, at any place.